Good evening. Thanks for joining us for First Alert 7 News on the CW, and thanks to those of you joining us live on our YouTube. I'm Laura Munt, and we're going to start tonight with a developing story out of Ector County. The Ector County Commissioner's Court approved a $750,000 grant proposal from the nonprofit Odessa Water Warriors. It makes up residents from West Odessa. With this new grant, ECUD members are now working with county commissioners, the judge, and the Odessa Water Warriors nonprofit to take this crucial step for West Odessa. Since their water wells dried up 5 years ago, West Odessans have struggled with water shortages. Many West Odessans and ECUD Annex residents still lack access to running water. The issue is even impacting the housing market over in West Odessa. And although the road ahead is long, stakeholders are now united in their efforts, making this grant a significant win. And with a plan in place, the community can now pursue additional funding to address the crisis.
Sometimes you get home, there is no water, so you have to figure out how to get it. Sometimes you have to call neighbors to help you get it.
When you're going after the type of money that we need to be effective in West Odessa, you need all people pulling together. And I think for the first time in a while, we do have that.
All three entities together are for the people of West Odessa.
Odessa Water Warriors, I should say, that's a bit of a tongue twister, want the public to know that while numbers matter, community awareness, involvement, and funding are even more crucial. The organization's founder estimates that this one grant down, with 265 more to go, to achieve significant change in West Odessa's water crisis. And speaking of water, we've got a first alert about water in Midland. The City Utilities Department reports that manganese levels are going down. This comes after some customers reported a difference in the smell, taste, or look of their water in the last week or so. The city increased the amount of T-bar groundwater being blended into the surface to kind of alleviate the smell, taste, and appearance issues. That being said, the city wants to assure everyone that uses city water that the water tested at the plant has continuously met all TCEQ standards. And Operation Cruise Control, that's what Midland Police are calling their latest mission to reduce vehicle collisions and fatalities. It's the next phase in Midland's Vision Zero plan, which aims to eliminate all traffic fatalities by 2050. Operation Cruise Control is a safety program that targets speeders on some of the busier Midland streets. Most traffic collision and fatalities are caused by red light and speed violations. Red light violations were targeted last summer with Operation Intersection Intervention, and now the Midland Police Department says they've got a zero tolerance policy on speeding violations, and they'll be increasing police presence on the Midland roads.
If you're violating the posted speed limit within the city of Midland, or as it's commonly referred to as speeding within the city of Midland, you have a high possibility of police contact.
Now, Operation Cruise Control does not have an ending date at this time, but MPD says that they will last for, quote, a few months. Additionally, during the holiday season, they want to remind everyone, do not drink and drive. A first alert traffic update for you. A large portion of Cuthbert Avenue in Midland will be closed starting today. This is going to last several weeks until December 16th. You can see that map of the closure up on your screen right there. It's running east of Lamesa Road to San Andreas Road, and the City of Midland says they're doing road work and they'll try to keep access to homes and businesses open the best that they can. And we've got the first alert on a scam out of Midland for you now. It's another phone scam where the caller impersonates local law enforcement demanding money in the form of gift cards, credit cards, or money apps for things like a missed court date or subpoena or even an active warrant. Now, please do not give these callers any of your information. And if you have any doubts about a call, hang up and call the sheriff's office immediately. Across the state, multiple counties on the South Plains could be part of Xcel Energy's efforts to use artificial intelligence to prevent potentially destructive and deadly wildfires. Xcel is deploying the new AI technology to detect wildfires earlier in the Texas Panhandle. The power company demonstrated its partnership with Pano AI by installing more than 50 camera stations in nearly a dozen counties. The cameras are expected to provide real-time 360-degree video. And when a fire is detected, a human verifies it, narrows down the location, and notifies 911 to dispatch first responders and firefighters. The fire departments will also have access to these live streams. Pano AI is still working to find the right location for the cameras in areas with the highest fire risk, but that's to be expected to be installed at some point next year. In May, Xcel Energy accepted responsibility for the Smokehouse Creek fire, which you may remember became the largest in state history. It burned more than 1 million acres of land, and it was one of 4 wildfires investigated by the Texas House Committee. This committee later released a report revealing that the Smokehouse Creek fire was one of 3 wildfires sparked because of downed power lines and exposed electrical wires. Those other fires were the Windy Deuce fire in Moore County and the Grapevine Creek fire. Those fires burned more than 1 million acres of land, with economic losses estimated at more than $1 billion. We're going to take a pause now and talk your weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Tom Teeferteller. Tom, how's it looking out there?
Well, we are looking at a quiet evening. Things are a little on the cool side. The Christmas countdown is on, only 22 days until Christmas. And we had the tree lighting in Midland earlier. And again, we saw some nice conditions there. More cold fronts are on the way. And some showers could be returning to the forecast with an upper-level storm system that will make for a chilly start to the weekend. Right now in Andrews, again, a beautiful evening, I should say. But temperatures are chilly, down to 46 now across Andrews County, lower 50s across the Permian Basin, down into the Trans-Pecos as the winds have picked up a little bit out of the south to southeast, up to 17 miles an hour in Fort Stockton. So that's going to come into play overnight tonight. Not quite as chilly in the overnight hours as the temperatures only drop down into the mid-40s. And then it does look like a milder day on the way for your Wednesday before the next cold front. We'll talk about its impact here in a few minutes.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It was a chilly night out in Midland, but it was a packed audience for a great show. There were food trucks, live performances, and fun for the whole family. And while it was a great experience, there's a lot that goes in behind the scenes of preparing for something like this.
All of the preparation and all of the people that's worked hard behind the scenes day and night. And, you know, I saw some people, you know, putting the lights up in the trees and stuff, so it's a little dangerous too. But I think they got it all worked out, and we're excited to see the fruits of their labor.
This is not the only tree lighting going on this week. That's right, we're your first alert for a busy week of Christmas events, including the Starbright Village tree lighting here in Odessa. That's this Thursday, December 5th at McKinney Park. The ceremony is at 6 o'clock and the tree will be up all month long. First Alert 7 will be there on Thursday to bring you live coverage of the tree lighting. Also happening in Odessa this week, the downtown Christmas market starts Friday, December 6th. You can start your Christmas shopping even if you haven't already, while also supporting local businesses. The market is located at 500 North Grant Avenue downtown, and it'll be open up at 6 o'clock and it'll run till 9. And if that's not enough to get you into the holiday spirit, both Midland and Odessa are hosting holiday parades. The City of Odessa's Parade of Lights is happening this Saturday starting at 7, and the City of Midland's parade will be happening on Saturday, December 14th, again, also starting at 7. If you can't make it out to see all of these festivities in person, don't worry, you can catch those parades live on KWWT My 30. It's about time to light the Christmas tree over in Midland. Actually, that happened already. We just showed you. We've got another story. It's the first Tuesday of the month, so it's time for Mary Kate Hamilton's Small Business Shout Out. This time of the year is all about your family, but what about taking care of your furry family? Paws of Permian, a local at-home pet sitting and pet care service, can help.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, but it can also be the busiest. And sometimes when life gets rough, your furry friends can't get the love and attention they need. They may even be unable to join you on your holiday trips. That's where Paws of Permian comes in.
We do pet sitting. We do drop-in in the client's home. We administer medications. We give the dogs love and care. And it's kind of a mix-in with house sitting. So we'll bring in the packages for you. We'll close and open your blinds. We'll water your plants and much more if you just ask us.
The perfect resource for any pet owners with anxious animals. Paws of Permian comes to you so you can skip the kennel.
We have several dogs that actually are very anxious, and we just slowly introduce ourselves in the home. Before the paw parents leave, we will go in there and just pet them or just sit there while their parents are there, just to make sure that they are safe whenever they do leave.
And maybe you're just working longer hours and your pets need some extra loving.
And you text us and we are able to be like, okay, we can come tomorrow if you need us to, and we can come walk your dogs, or we can go in your backyard and we'll play with your puppies or even your cats. We do more than one, we do more than dogs and cats. We do snakes and bunnies and chickens. Right now I'm doing bunnies and chickens, and we collect the eggs and everything while they're away for Thanksgiving.
You can find Paws of Permian online or on Facebook. And yes, they're even Leo Hamilton approved.
If you're looking to buy a new home, Beaton Bow is making that a little easier with its new home center in Midland. City officials, business leaders, and homeowners gathered to celebrate the new center. Its purpose is to help new homeowners look at Beaton Bow homes and figure out what's best for them as they look for their new home. Beaton Bow's general manager says with the demand for homes, they outgrew their old facility and they needed to expand.
If you'd asked me like 5 years ago, I would never think that we'd be building 10 homes a week. But yeah, right now we're currently at 10 a week. We do have a big list of people that's wanting to build homes here. So, but who knows what the future may bring to this city of Midland.
Beaton Bow has built more than 8,000 homes right here in the Permian Basin over the last 16 years. And mark your calendar, this is your first alert about UTVB's Financial Aid Night that's happening next week on Tuesday, December 10th from 5:30 to 8:30 in the evening. Students and parents will be able to get one-on-one help to finish 2025-2026 financial aid applications. And you don't even have to be planning to go to UTVB to attend. This event is free for the entire community applying to any university. Students will learn valuable tips on the applications process.
We'll also be helping with providing parents and students with information about common mistakes that are on the FAFSA that can prolong the student getting awarded.
There will also be a complimentary dinner, exciting giveaways, including 2 $1,000 scholarships and door prizes. The FAFSA TASFA night is again from 5:30 to 8 p.m. It'll be in the Mesa building, room 2130. And coming up, lost and found. A 1937 class ring that was thought to be long gone is found inside the wall of an East Texas bar. Now the search is on for the owner. We've got the full story next. All right, take a look at this. At some point, we've all misplaced something, and sometimes we never find it. Well, some time ago, someone did just that with a class ring. Jamie Boyum from our sister station KLTV reports that a 1937 Longview Lobo class ring was found in the wall of a Longview bar.
November 26th is a day Outlaws Longview bar owner Melissa Lynn Kelly will not soon forget. She was cleaning and a paperclip fell behind some wood trim which had separated from the wall.
I was pulling the paperclip out, and when I did, I felt something kind of move in the little hole. Kind of stuck my finger down in there and popped out a ring. I thought it was a gumball ring.
But that ring hadn't come from a gumball machine. It came from a Lobo.
It's a 1937 Longview High School class ring.
She feels like the ring has a home out there somewhere.
The person that wore this ring probably may not still be with us, but I know that they have an heir. Hopefully they have an heir, and hopefully we find them, and hopefully we get it to them.
The word Stafford is etched on the inside of the ring, as is 10K, and also
the letter F. You have to get one of those little eyeglasses to really look, but there's also a D.
I didn't have a jeweler's loupe handy, and I couldn't see the D, but the F is very pronounced. So, where can you find a 1937 Longview yearbook when the old high school has been torn down for years? I'm thinking the Gregg County Historical Museum, and there on a bookshelf towards the back of the museum is a copy of the 1937 Longview Annual, and there are only 8 seniors with the last name beginning with F. The ring looks like it's for a male, which could bring it down to 4. Of course, if the F is a first name initial, well, the number of potential owners goes way up. But back at Outlaws.
What a weird story that's got to be as to how it ended up there.
I know.
You
This
know?
was a Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Well, one thing's pretty apparent. A crack in the wall makes a decent safe. Jamie Moyam, KLTV 7 News.
All right, now someone else did this math for me because I'm not good at math, but if the person that ring belongs to was alive, they would be 104 or 105 by now. Melissa hopes that a family member will remember a parent or grandparent telling them about this lost 1937 class ring.
Well, for West Texas, it does look like more cold fronts are on the way, but we're going to see a nice one tomorrow. We'll talk about the weather here for the rest of the week and all the activities around Christmas coming up next.
Now, from the First Alert 7 Weather Center, here's Chief Meteorologist Tom Tiefertiller.
Well, taking a look at the weather makers, we do have some changes on the way with the big storm system across the southwest U.S. Now, that's slowly going to move off to the east, and as it does, it's going to bring some rain chances back into our forecast and a few more clouds. We are going to see a little bit of break from cloud cover tomorrow before some colder air starts to roll in at ground level, and that is going to bring some chill back to our forecast coming up on Thursday. So looking a little bit on the chilly side for Starbright Village opening up and the tree lighting in Odessa. Right now across the state of Texas, we've got a few light showers across central portions of Texas. The bulk of it's down here with a low pressure system and a cold front right off the coast of Brownsville, and that is bringing more rain up the way along the Texas Gulf Coast, but that's where it's going to stay. I think it's going to be further east than what we're dealing with here in West Texas. As temperatures today across the area, well, they were on the warm side in a few locations. They're really not all that bad. Mid-70s down towards Brownsville's warm spots. Some of the coolest stuff in the state was thanks to the clouds right here in the Permian Basin out at the Middle National Air and Spaceport. Only topped out at 57 degrees today. Now, Futurecast shows clouds starting to thin out towards the morning hours, and we'll see plenty of sun in the forecast coming up for tomorrow afternoon. And that's going to allow temperatures to warm up a little bit by about 10 degrees over what we saw today. And then as we move in towards the Thursday time frame, start to pick up that front, an east wind, thickening up the clouds a little bit, first in the mountain areas, then trying to spread off to the east in the afternoon and the evening hours. Any light showers look to be across southeast of Mexico, maybe into the mountain areas. Can't rule out a sprinkle across the Permian Basin, but I think we're going to see some better rain chances early into Friday and continuing into the afternoon. Lower 40s tonight as south winds will hold temperatures up a little bit, so not quite as chilly, but those clouds should start to thin out quite a bit for tomorrow. Temperatures into the upper 60s to near 70. And your First Alert 7-10-day forecast, again, that front moves in late tomorrow into early Thursday, dropping temperatures for Starbright Village opening up in Odessa and the tree lighting coming up Thursday evening. A few showers start to move in on Friday, but looks like things clear out for the Parade of Lights in Odessa coming up on Saturday.
Up next here at 9, we're talking about the trend of giving after a lot of big spending. That's next here at 9. All right, today is Giving Tuesday. Since 2012, Giving Tuesday has become one of the biggest fundraising days of the year for nonprofit organizations. Last year, the single day of giving raised $3.1 billion. However, research by Giving USA, which provides data and insights about donation trends, shows that individual donors dropped 2.4% in 2023. This report says that the decline reflects uncertain economic circumstances, including rising inflation.
What we're seeing is donors down, dollars up. So the number keeps growing, but it's because of bigger and bigger gifts being given by fewer individuals. So that's a red flag long term, because we don't want the everyday donor to drop out of participation in giving or volunteering.
About 30% of charitable giving to nonprofit organizations each year happens during the holiday season. Giving USA reports show that foundations accounted for 19% of overall giving in 2023, and 8% and 7% came from corporations. Still ahead, we're going to take another look at your first alert forecast as chilly temperatures continue.
Well, before we go, we want to check that forecast once again. Again, it's a busy Christmas week is what I'm trying to say. There's going to be a break from everything tomorrow with some mild temperatures and some sunshine before the next cold front arrives late on Wednesday, early into Thursday. That's going to bring some clouds back to the forecast. Chilly temperatures for the opening of Starbright Village in Odessa and the Christmas tree lighting. And then that whole storm system moves out. The cold air stays in place, so we'll be dealing with a few showers. Chilly conditions for your Friday, and that should linger into the early part of Saturday as things look cool for the Parade of Lights coming up in Odessa this weekend.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be a great time getting in the holiday season, and those cool temperatures really make it feel like the holiday season.
Yes, they do.
Thanks for joining us tonight at 9. We've got more news coming up tonight at 10.